The time for empty talk is over.
It's going to be great.
Yo guys, what's going on? And welcome back to episode 7 of the Pint&Politics podcast. Today we haven't got Luke with us, he's busy, but we'll be back on the next one. But we have a fantastic guest today, Marnick, aka Cop. So introduce yourself.
I'm Marnick, I'm 19 years old from the Netherlands. I'm on the same course as
me and Luke and everybody else. Yeah.
Excited to be here. So, yeah.
Excited. So we're going a bit more in depth on a certain topic today. So we're going into Dutch politics. With you being from Holland, I've got no idea. You can actually explain the parties, the systems, how it works, all that kind of stuff. So first off, what you got anyway? What you brought for your beer?
I've got a Spitfire Amber Ale. So
Spitfire. There we go. Battle of Britain.
Yeah. Never had it, so.
Any good? What's it taste like, kind of?
A bit sweet, toffee-ish.
You got toffee?
Nice.
Like toffee
Yeah, I think
taste?
so. It's a bit.
Okay.
Cheers.
Go on, cheers. Yeah. I'm back on it with the IPAs. Lost and Found R23 Session IPA. Kind of like grapefruit, kind of usual kind of IPAs, but it's alright. I'll buy it, definitely buy it. So, getting into it then. The Dutch political system.
Yep.
So you were telling me off camera it kind of works a bit different. So the main differences then to the Dutch political system and how yours works, is it voting wise compared to ours? Is it the way it's parliament?
Well, the parliament is different.
What about it probably makes it different to ours?
So we have the House of Representatives is directly chosen. So
okay, yeah.
And our like Senate or House of Lords is chosen through provincial elections. So you vote for a political party within your province, and then they vote for the members of the Senate. So that's indirectly, yeah. And then the Senate is a more part-time job, so they only assemble once a week, and they can't do much. They can only give the go-ahead for laws or deny them.
Is that kind of like just like our House of Lords?
Yeah,
it's nothing really. Yeah.
Well, they do hold power, but they can't they can't make proposals, and they can't say what has to be different, but they can deny it and say what they have to make different.
Is there the same? So obviously over here, I mean, when we had the podcast back, if you haven't watched that, I'll link it down below. So we were talking about in that one how there's kind of like a consensus about hating the House of Lords. Is it the same in the Netherlands, or is it just kind of?
I think people are a bit more accepting of it, but it's a bit. Well, I won't say controversial, but people. The problem with it, it's because it's a part-time job. It's mostly like old politicians that move away from the.
Like the House of Representatives.
Or it's more like people in like a political ward, or it's people who used to be like a frontman in a business, retired but still are close to the business, and then directly lobby. But while being in, so it's a bit controversial because, because it's a part-time job, they have like a small. Well, they have like I think it's a fourth of like the salary of the House of Representatives, so they get an allowance.
So it's still pretty decent paid kind of job.
Yeah, but they all have like other jobs on like boards of companies and advisory roles. So it's a bit dodgy.
But there's not that kind of hatred that we probably have for ourselves. It's kind of
some not hatred, but some people don't think it should be more direct democracy, and because we can directly vote for who's in control. So like with like tobacco laws. Sometimes they won't get passed because there's people who work with tobacco industry as well.
So they lobby them. Yeah.
So it's
kind of touching go with it kind of thing. Yeah.
So people, I mean, it's indirectly democratic, so people don't complain too much. But I don't think like people should be allowed to change laws or approve or disallow laws
Without actually being direct democracy.
Yeah, not necessarily direct democracy, but while they work for other companies and have direct connections with them, then it's a bit like...
It's a bit unfair.
I know, like, you won't get rid of lobbying anytime soon in politics, but they shouldn't be allowed to work directly for a company and be in such an influential position at the same time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And vote about laws that regard their companies directly.
So your royal family then?
Yeah.
Do they have? So I mean, our Queen barely is just basically a figurehead, but approves the laws or meets the Prime Minister kind of thing. Does your king do that? Does he?
So I'm not sure, but I think our king is the head. I'm not 100% sure about it.
Yeah.
But I think he's the head of the Estates General. I think it's called in English.
Oh right. Yeah.
So he's the head of the House of Representatives, House of Parliament, and of the Ministers.
Okay.
And I think he signs the laws, but he has no power.
Yeah, he can't veto stuff.
No, he can't veto.
Yeah.
I think in theory he could be. No one would listen to it anyway. It would still be approved. So it's awesome, but I'm not even sure if he signs them anymore, or if it's just. I know, like, he formally appoints them.
Yeah,
but it's all ceremonic.
It's not a real. Yeah. So other than so he has no real power at all. Then it's kind of.
Yeah.
Is there the same kind of? Obviously, here you kind of split down the middle of kind of. You're either like not necessarily a monarchist, but you're like, oh yeah, I love the monarchy, and then they kind of, now get rid of it. Is that kind of same division in the Netherlands, or?
Nah, like a lot of people still like celebrate King's Day.
Yeah. When is that? When is your king?
Don't know. It's somewhere in April. End of April. Yeah.
Yeah.
24th or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah. But there's no one's really bothered.
Well, no, there are some people who think like it's just rubbish and we pay way too much. I agree with it, because here they add a little bit of value. They attract some tourists and
yeah.
But
didn't you say he owns quite a lot of things in Amsterdam, like a lot of land?
Well, no, that was like a relative who...
Oh, is it a relative?
Yeah, it wasn't like the direct...
Yeah.
But, it's not proven that he used like the taxes to actually, like the public money...
Oh, to go off on his own adventures kind of thing. Yeah.
Probably will have, but...
Well, it's a lot more kind of nuanced. People are not kind of like up in uproar or...
Just because they don't hold any power and they get like 50 million a year or something, so it's not
nice. 50 million.
People don't see it as a fuck ton of money, but it's still a lot.
Yeah, it's still quite a lot of money.
You can spend it on way better things, in my opinion. But
so moving away from your king, then, so the political parties, we'll just go through the main ones. Obviously,
alright. So
some of the big players.
The one that has been winning since I've been alive is the I'm not sure since, but for my
majority,
memory, it's so I think it's officially called like the People's Party for Freedom and Democracy. So it's just called VVD in Dutch, like it's just no one calls it.
What are they? Are they left, right?
So they are quite economic, very right wing.
But kind of socially, kind of liberal.
Social, well, I would say bit right center, but it's not. It's not. Really not strict, like
ultra conservative.
It's not really conservative. But still, it's not like, well, we will help all immigrants or it's still like, well, we will help only people who are in like dire need, and that's it. And people should be able to do it on their own. That's.
So are they the kind of big party that win all the main
so they got like 2.2 million votes in the last election. Well, we have
what's the population?
17 million in total. So I think vote eligible will be something like 14 million, something like that. Then the people who actually vote is way less.
Alright, yeah.
So I think like a maximum like 10 million people.
What's
But I
the
don't
voting
think-
age back in the Netherlands?
18.
18?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So if they're the big ones, who's kind of like their main rivals then?
So we have this this party called PVV
Right.
with the leader of the VVD. You might have PVV. You might have heard of it's Geert Wilders.
Yeah, I've heard the name, yeah.
Yeah. So it's basically also like I don't know what the name stands for, but it's like
Yeah.
freedom and folk and freedom or something like it's.
Yeah,
So
it's yeah, it don't really
but
matter, yeah.
The party itself is economically, I would say, aligned with the VVD, so with the previous party. So it's
Yeah, so it's kind of economically right.
yeah,
wing.
but they are really nationalistic, really
Yeah.
anti-Islamic. The leaders in, I think, like one or two cases. There's this case we can see at that rally. He asked, "Do we want more or less Muslims?" And he got the crowd to
say no.
Well, to
Say
just
less.
cheer like less. And well, some people shoot him over that.
Yeah.
Well, I think even the state even shoot him over that.
Oh Christ. What would you say? So social policy, would you say they're more quite right wing then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's super conservative and
Yeah.
right. Not necessarily super conservative on like religious grounds, I would say, but
Yeah,
on immigration and
What would you say on like the drug issues type, like?
I don't think they are very pro drugs, but they don't want to cut down on like the legalization.
Because it brings in
Yeah,
millions
but-
economically, yeah.
Like they have a lot of like alt-right support and
Yeah.
like when you look at like demographic, it's all like low income people who don't come over as like the brightest people.
Yeah.
And they just get brought up in like all these, because we have a big Turkish and Moroccan communities in the Netherlands.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh.
because they came over in like after the Second World War
Yeah.
as guest workers,
Mm.
but they got the option to stay, so quite a few of them stayed.
Yeah.
Uh,
So there's kind of the tensions in between that then. So just a bit mainly
Well,
like community,
yeah, not everywhere, but some people see them as like job stealers and
Yeah.
think they're very all radical and
yeah.
most of them have been here for like a few generations.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if they're kind of there, is there what's like the main left wing part then?
So we used to have the PvdA, the Labour Party.
Right. What happened to them? They just fall
They
apart.
failed miserably in the last general election.
Sounds
they
familiar.
went from like 30 to like 8 seats or something, like a massive from the 150 seats.
Jesus
They lost like.
Why
two-thirds.
is that then? Why do you think they lost? so much?
Most people, I think, went to just lost faith in them, and with the immigrant crisis went to the more anti-Islamic, more anti-immigrant party.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. So they're both like economically and socially left wing.
Well, they are center left. They are not very left wing.
We say like Blairite type.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they are.
And they're just kind of in like Lib Dems kind of over here. They're there, but they're not really doing much. They're kind of just.
Well, I won't say not doing much. They do, but it's like always chaos and it's not very organized and it looks like that from the outside, and I don't have a very good lead the direction they want to go in.
Yeah. Kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
kind of.
but they are pro-Europe.
Okay.
So I did vote for them in the
last election.
the provincial. I couldn't vote in the last general election because I was too young, because it was in 2017. But I could vote in like the provincial elections. The provincial.
Okay.
So we have 12 provinces, and they vote for the
Is that-
house.
You're trying
House
to
of
explain
Lords.
this to me. Is that what makes up the Netherlands? You were explaining to me
Yeah.
the difference between Holland and the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, no. So
what is it? Explain
so
to people.
Holland is the region of North and South Holland.
Right. Okay.
Historically,
Yeah.
and North and South Holland are 2 provinces, and then we have 10 others.
Yeah.
And then I think some colonial.
You don't have any
But-
like
Well,
colonial
yeah,
time.
we did have the Dutch East Indies.
Yeah.
So Indonesia,
Anything?
Suriname.
Did you have anything in Africa? Any colonial?
Well, South Africa was originally
Oh, was that originally
famous,
Dutch?
so Dutch East Indies companies.
Okay.
So like the Boers are Dutch descendants.
Mm.
And then we had so Aruba, Curaçao, Bonaire, Suriname, Sint Maarten, and some other island. I forgot the name.
It seems weird as an old colonial because we own this, we own this, we own this.
Well, it's not something to be proud of.
Oh yeah, I know it's not. Seems kind of strange.
No, yeah, and it's really shameful actually, because after the Second World War, so during the Second World War, Dutch East Indies got occupied by the Japanese.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah.
And when the Japanese, they treated the Indonesian population better than the Dutch population, so they imprisoned, they had like, I wouldn't say like Holocaust type camps, but they were very harsh, like working, the same, and they had to work on like railways and things like that. So really rough conditions.
Yeah.
And then after that, the like Dutch colonial. The colonial, the governors and that, they wanted to regain their power, and they went to war with the Indonesian people.
And I'm guessing they lost.
1947.
Yeah.
I think they won, but then the United States was like, well.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't be doing that. Yeah.
But it's a very shameful thing, because they just basically massacred like the Indonesian people.
On the Indonesian population, yeah.
Well, it didn't massacre like millions, but it was really bad. Like it's really shameful.
What was like the last like country or nation that you probably decolonised?
So the ABC islands in the which are Caribbean islands.
Oh, the Caribbean islands, yeah.
So we have a few they are still part of the Dutch kingdom, and then Suriname was peacefully decolonized.
Yeah.
But still, like they still speak like a mix of Dutch, English, and yeah. So.
See them all, you go over there, you can speak Dutch. So there you go.
Maar same with Afrikaans. I can understand. Well, most Dutch people can understand. Kind of understand Afrikaans, yeah. Because it's very similar.
Didn't know that.
No, but it's very shameful. Well, I guess it's the same with the British, like. Yeah,
it's kind of strange with being British. You probably never taught about the horrors of it in school. You kind of just taught it's kind of. I mean, in my experience anyway, I don't know about anybody else's, but for me it was kind of just like, we had an empire, we ruled it, that was it. It was kind of, and then we decolonised over time. It was never we invented internment camps, kind of like the Boer War type thing. We massacred people, we destroyed cultures, all the kind of horrible things that we did. But I don't know, were you taught about the colonisation in school?
Yeah, so in history you have just the 1500s to 1600s is dedicated to like the time of the explorator of the
because didn't you get
discoverers
to
and
America before us, and then we kicked you out?
Yeah, well, New York was originally New Amsterdam, and it got traded for Suriname.
Oh, right, yeah.
We thought there would be gold in Suriname. I don't think there was, but
yeah.
Or maybe some, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
But and some other colonial possessions got traded, I think.
But you are actually taught about kind of like the horrors of colonialism.
Well, so we get explained the importance of, like, because it made the Netherlands really rich, like the spice trade,
Yeah.
In the Dutch golden age, like the whole Amsterdam infrastructure, like the buildings,
was that all paid for by slavery?
Yeah, it's all.
It's the same in Glasgow. Glasgow was built in Scotland. That was built all the slavery and stuff. All the profits from colonial.
Yeah, it's all. So all the weird houses, the Dutch houses, they are like they used to be like storehouses to store.
Storehouses. Yeah. Oh Jesus.
So but but it's a little bit like we did some bad things as well, but that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But I think the discussion is opening up more, which is a very good thing.
I think it's happening more and more across the world. I mean, especially through we do post-colonialist theory in international relations. We start learning about all the horrors of the colonialism and how it still impacts, especially African nations, a hell of a lot today. So, at least we are learning about it, and we can say, look, we did these things. And this is kind of why countries are the way they are. But well, bringing it back around to the parties then. So have we done all the main ones, or is there any other ones?
Well, there's quite a few more because we have.
Go for
So the SP, the Socialist Party, is a more socialist party, but they're still.
Do they win anything?
They're a medium-sized party.
Yeah.
So in general, they have between 5 and 15 seats out of 150. So it's medium-sized party. It's also they don't never get a very clear view of what direction they want to go in. Also disorganized, not.
Are they similar? Would you say to an American type socialist party? Well, it's like Bernie Sanders type.
No. It's more like they're quite Eurosceptic and.
They see it's kind of like a Corbyn type, like capitalist club type.
Yeah, but not different, and they don't have a very clear message. They're very good.
So going back through now, which parties are they mostly pro-Europe, or are they mostly Eurosceptic?
Well, all the the biggest party. So we have we'll name a few others before I go to that. So we have the Democrat 66, which is like a liberal progressive party.
What's with the 66? Is that the year?
1966.
No Star Wars references there.
No
Alpha Palpatine Order 66 type shit.
It's a shame, to be fair.
Execute Order 66, See, that'd be sick. No, go on,
I would actually vote for them.
I think a lot of people would vote for him. Alpha Palpatine's the thing, mate.
Yeah. No, but they are very pro-European, mainly focus on education, accessible, top quality education, believe education is the future.
Yeah.
They used to be very pro referendum, but after Brexit, not anymore. They opposed it. But they're pro-European. Then the CDA, the Christian Democratic Appeal, is also moderate, right-wing, but Christian values, but not very Christian, and also a bit progressive. It's just a very centrist party.
So most of them don't really have any clear message. Then it's there's not. Would you say there's not that kind of straight divide?
Well, you have the extremist parties like the PVV, and now Forum for Democracy, the FVD, or Forum for Democracy, is becoming really big. So they are similar to the anti-Islamic party I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
But more nationalistic instead of more focused on the Netherlands itself.
Yeah.
So the anti-immigration policies are part of it, but it's mostly make Netherlands great again type deal. But it's
we need to get you a hat like that. We need to make Netherlands great again. What colour would it be? Would it have to be orange? It'd have to be orange, wouldn't it? It'd have to be orange.
Yeah.
So what other parties have you got left? Have you got any more?
GroenLinks is also, so the Green Left Party is also becoming very big.
Is that the ones who were in charge of Amsterdam?
Yep.
So a quick note on those. So I saw a thing on the Instagram the other day. That party was looking at stopping selling weed to tourists because they're struggling to cope with the numbers. And I sent that straight to you. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
So I think that's a kind of a misconception. Like, weed isn't legalized everywhere. It's
Was it not? I thought it was full.
So every municipality is allowed to choose if they
want to legalise it or not.
Yeah. And then
kind of like a federal system.
But the cops don't care in general. Even if it's as long as you don't bother anyone with it and don't have more than usually. Because I think you are allowed 5 grams on you.
Yeah. So if they like find it in your pocket, and it's kind of like
they might take it off you, but you won't get fined. They won't.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, just did.
So
other than that policy, what's their kind of main stuff?
So it's also
tree huggers.
Yes, but not really. They are like they are more green than left. They used to be. They formed out of the Communist Party.
From the Communist Party.
Yeah, but they aren't communist at all. They no, it's mostly like green policies. Like you're not allowed they don't allow like big cars, like very polluting cars and old cars and diesel cars and things like that in the city center of Amsterdam. You aren't allowed to have like so we have these mopeds. You have like, if you have a yellow number plate, you have to have a helmet, but the blue ones you could ride without a helmet.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
So they just go a bit slower.
Oh, right, yeah.
But they made it so that no matter what one you have to wear a helmet inside Amsterdam.
Oh, yeah.
So it's.
Why do you even have a green party though? Because I swear everyone just rides a fucking bike.
No.
It's flat, man.
So if it's like within half an hour, people mostly ride a bike.
Yeah.
But people go to work in cars. Yeah. Public transport is decent compared to here.
Yeah. Is there a lot more? Is yours nationalised?
No, monopolised.
Oh, okay.
So the spoorwheels, it's like one big company and then 2 smaller ones that have like their own rails. But it's a bit, but it's better.
As is why. Special nice shit.
Here it's annoying because they just get no funding and So my girlfriend's dad works for the railways and he's like, well, the problem now, there's constant delays in Sheffield.
Yeah.
It's because they have like trains every 10 minutes, but it's only like 2 carriages.
Yeah.
So if they just did one like every half hour or one every 20 minutes with like
more carriages.
Yeah, it will solve a lot of the problems, but they don't have the funding to do that. And it's all trains from like the 60s. And
we've got these crap running trains that I think it's literally from the 60s, and they've been saying for years, we're going to change it, never change it.
It's not going to happen now.
Nah, is it full? Nah.
But
so, are they just kind of fully gripped? Do they win many seats then? Obviously, other than
well, they're popular with like the like
progressive type.
Well, it's we call it the bakfietsmoeder, so like the bicycles with the massive things in front where you can put like
like the baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but like you can put people in.
You can put people in.
Yeah, I can show if you.
We can picture. What is that ET type shit? I didn't know you could put a person in front of a bike. What the hell? I'm literally expecting ET at the front of his bicycle. Oh, right, okay, yeah. No, if you can see it, yeah, with a giant massive bike.
No, so but it's like the not necessarily like soccer mom, but like the the progressive middle class suburban woman.
Yeah.
Well, and man.
Yeah.
Like Starbucks type and then
Starbucks.
Yeah.
So they win a few seats. Well, again,
they won quite a few seats as well in the provincial election. So it got a bit more polarized between like the Green Party and then the for democracy, like the Nationalist Party.
Yeah. But there's no kind of like, I mean, obviously, you know, you got the Tory and Labour split over it. There's no massive kind of.
Well, no, because people are more like divided over the parties.
Yeah.
I think those were all the main parties, and then we have like the Christian Union, which is also a medium-sized party, and they are quite conservative.
Yeah.
Christian value, but then economically a bit more left, but then a bit Christian values.
Yeah. But they're all your kind of main ones that you really need to worry about.
Yeah, and then you have like you have some like immigrant party.
There's an immigrant party.
Yeah.
Ah,
well,
we don't
not
have
it's for like Turkish and.
Oh yeah, the Turkish migrants.
Yeah, and like elderly people party, the 50
elderly
plus,
people's party.
50 plus party.
50 plus.
Some more. Some pirate party as well. Yeah.
And I thought we had weird parties in kind of like the Monster Raven Looney Party. You've got all these different ones.
Yeah.
Crazy. So what's like the main consensus on the Europe then? Pro, anti?
I would say it's also quite split, but a bit more pro-European.
Yeah.
In general, I would say it's more like 60-40-ish.
60-40 pro. So there's no kind of Brexit Netherlands style movement.
But there is, yeah, especially with like the for democracy and the PVV, the anti-Islamic party. But the thing is, the Netherlands needs
unity.
They couldn't survive on their own.
Like I said, there's no way you've been stuck right next to Brussels. You got Germany.
So Germany is our main trade partner.
Yeah.
Germany and Belgium are like our main biggest trade partners.
There's no there's no like border check, but I swear the border between like the Netherlands and Belgium is literally just like bricks, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're just like bricks.
Yeah, there's some I forgot the name, but there's some weird situation in a town where it's like enclaves.
Oh,
so it's all like dotted. Some houses are. So if you walk in the street, you walk through the Netherlands and Belgium like 4 times. Like you switch countries for it. So it's really weird. Yeah, it's like exclaves and really small. Like some houses are just one house in the middle of the Netherlands, while it's Belgium. But it doesn't really matter because even before.
So what side do they choose then? Do they like if they had to declare it like on their passport? Can they just choose?
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I think you must be able to choose if your house is smack bang in the middle.
It probably depends where you pay your taxes.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how it works. I just know because like I saw it on the map once. So I looked it up.
But there's no way that if you did a Brexit style fuck the EU type, there'd be
well, they probably would just cut.
Just cut all the trade off. Yeah.
No, they won't. I mean, like they fix the border.
Oh, they fix the borders. Yeah. You get like checkpoints and all that kind of shit.
I don't even know if you would get checkpoints. To be fair, because they might do. I don't know. But
I think they have to.
They will have to. But like otherwise, there's no point in leaving it. But getting them checkpoints is going to be usually just isolate yourself.
Yeah. I mean, no, obviously, like, you've told me, like, obviously, when we've been talking before about, like, the Dutch reaction. If you tell everyone else, what was the Dutch reaction when we went, fuck the EU, Brexit? What were you all thinking? Were you thinking, are you daft? Or
most people, yeah. But, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of people who
kind of support it.
Yeah. Who want to do it as well, but the Dutch economy isn't big enough to be self-sustaining.
What is your like main exports and imports?
So we are the second after the United States. We are the second biggest exporter of vegetables and
oh right. Yeah.
So in volume we are the second biggest, even though we are a lot smaller.
How the fuck? It's just fields.
Yeah. Well, we have like the really specialized. So after the Second World War, they were like, well, we need to grow up with the world economy, so we need to specialize. And we had this whole new border project, which created a whole new province in the middle of the country.
Oh, okay.
So Flevoland is completely new.
Yeah.
It was that was a project they started. There were plans for it before the war, and then World War II, and then they continued afterwards.
Yeah.
So they dammed off like the entry to the forgot the name, but like the sea
Oh yeah.
turned it into like a lake.
Yeah. Is that
and
still
that's
one of the main problems in the Netherlands, like flooding and that kind of shit?
So we're quite well protected at the moment.
Yeah.
So obviously, because in 1953 the whole province of Zeeland flooded.
Fucking hell.
Quite a few people died, and so the no, it's a bit hard to explain. They built like waterworks, so it's like huge.
Right. Like little flood defences, kind
Flood
of.
defences,
Yeah.
So it's like along the whole coast of the
Yeah.
province, they have like these water defense works, so they can close them to prevent water coming inside the province. For now we are safe, but the problem is the half of the country is located like from 2 meters -2 to like 0
like below sea level.
below sea level. So with like climate change, it's a serious threat.
To you
because,
guys, yeah.
you know, we can't keep building up the dunes and we can't keep building up the waterworks. Like if it rises with like
Just a couple of meters.
well, not even a couple of meters, like half a meter will be probably enough.
You fucked it, yeah. So what's like the main political issue? Obviously we've got Brexit. What's like the main Dutch political issue? Is it immigration? Is it...
Immigration is a big problem, but
Is there no like one divisive issue? Or is it...
well, every year there's one in Sinterklaas, which we won't go into too much.
Well, no, I mean, you can explain it.
So Sinterklaas is like it's comparable to like Christmas, as in we have like Sinterklaas, which is a similar.
He's your saint.
Yeah. Well, it's not our saint necessarily, but he is
kind of
a saint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a public holiday type.
It's the same character basically as Santa Claus. It's on the 5th of December, and so the story is he comes from Spain with a boat, and then he brings people presents.
Why does he come in a boat though?
He comes from Madrid in a boat.
Madrid, in the centre of Spain.
Yeah. And I only realized that like a few months ago. I never questioned it.
Because like maybe Barcelona I can maybe kind of see. You know,
Barcelona will be
but Madrid smack bang in the middle of Spain.
Yeah.
Came in a boat.
But it's very controversial every year because the sidekick, the
his little sidekick,
Santa's helpers,
is
Black Pete, and it's basically racial stereotype and character.
Basically have to put on blackface.
Yep.
Which somebody had to do when they were young.
But it's good that it's changing now.
Yeah. Does it still happen as much then, or is it dying out?
Well, so it's the more private organized Sinterklaas parties will probably do it.
Yeah.
Still, they will keep doing it, but then the municipalities and cities will organize it like on bigger scales, and there's always one official, intocht. So one official parade.
Yeah.
So there's parades all over the country. But then there's one official which gets broadcasted as well.
So does that official one not do blackface then, or does it?
Don't know if they did it this year, but they are changing it, and they are at least mixing it up, which is still not enough. They should get rid of it completely, in my opinion. But people hold on to tradition way too much.
That's right. I think it's just a thing of tradition, isn't it? I think people don't exactly. And the fact he's coming a boat from Madrid, that to me
I just realised
discounts the whole thing.
I don't know. I think I was like 8 or something when I figured it out. It's not like I talked with my grandma about it. And I was like, it's not all real. It can be real. It's just like it's so weird and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I just realised like a few months ago that he's from Madrid.
Hang on a minute, Madrid, right? Smack it. Yeah. Well, to me it was kind of like with Santa Claus. The reason I didn't realise figured out it wasn't real, is because when we were all younger, we were all kind of saying, "Oh, what did you leave out for Santa?" And like I'd say, "Oh, well, I left out a carrot and a bottle of like Beck's beer." And my mate'd say, "Oh, well, I left out like a bottle of Stella Artois." And a friend would say, "Well, I left out a bottle of Carlin, or a can of Carlin." Sometimes we go, "Hang on a minute, all his dads drink those beers," and then we go,
Oh, that's who we're leaving it out for. Right, okay. That's how we figured it out. But yeah. So is that the one decisive kind of issue then? Or is it?
Well, it's a big issue every year.
What about, like, foreign policy wise? Have you got any?
It's not that spectacular, to be fair. Well, there's some genuinely like problems with poverty is becoming a really big problem. Like 1 in 5 people, kids grow up without eating meat, chicken, because their parents can afford it.
Jesus Christ! What, they can't afford it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like 1 in like I believe it was 1 in 20 people has to go to like food banks. So it's becoming a real big problem.
I didn't realise you guys were that bad. I thought it was just kind of.
Well, it just the problem with it is that there's most people are like middle class, high middle class, and then there's some really really bad neighborhoods where people just don't have
anything.
Yeah, and it's mostly like
Are they
Turkish
like
and American
are they in,
communities
like,
and
in the centre cities? Are they like in?
so in Amsterdam you always hear like, oh, it's so multicultural and that, but it's every neighborhood is like
kind of segregated.
Yeah, it's people start to live together even though they don't have to, but they will because them communities get cheaper because there's so much.
Okay.
So it's basically segregation, but just not official.
Yeah. What I mean.
At least that's how I see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's in like Amsterdam, most people get along decently. It's not like everyone hates Moroccan or Turkish people, but it's
not. It's kind
like
of just
their
a
job.
concentrate.
Yeah, their chances in education are lower. Like, I've got a Turkish friend.
Yeah.
And he just gets sent out out of class without any reasons. He just walked in and got sent out directly, like just because the teacher didn't like him and well, he didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah,
just
he just got sent out.
They're trying to make anonymous job interviews, I think, because there's too much.
It's kind of like
discrimination.
Yeah, discrimination against the.
So if you wear like how do you call them? Hijab.
Oh yeah, the hijabs.
Yeah. So if you would wear a hijab as a Muslim woman, your chance of getting a job would be like lower with like 50%. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
No, yeah.
That's mad.
No, yeah, there's some serious big problems with, because we have such an economic right wing and they just don't care about it. They're also known as like the BMW party.
The BMW party.
Because they buy nice things for themselves, but then they don't help.
Don't help anybody else.
Yeah, and the other big problem was the dividendbelasting, which is like the tax you pay on the profits you make on shares.
Oh yeah.
And so that one got completely cut.
Oh, wow.
While the VAT.
Oh yeah, the VAT. Yeah.
So the tax on like basic living products went up
tax
from
on goods. Yeah.
6 to 8% or something.
Fucking hell.
So that went up.
Taxes up.
Yeah. So and you can imagine if you're a low income family household.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
that you don't have any shares. So
so you don't get it.
But you still have to pay for the.
Still have to pay the tax.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the same in France, isn't it, with his Macron's kind of petrol prices. Yeah, you put in the taxes up, but also the poor people have to pay that as well. And that's where you get the yellow jacket protest. Well, that's kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realise you got.
And our prime minister we got asked to explain it countless times, but it was no, it's just good for the economy. It's good for. So they keep bringing up this argument like it's good for the vestigingsklimaat, which is like the settlement climate. So what they are trying to do is get all the big companies.
Oh right, yeah. Trying to open up to all the big industries. Yeah.
So they don't have like companies like Uber. Uber, Amazon,
like Google.
So all the big like tech industries, they don't have to pay any taxes in the Netherlands, and also Shell, oil companies.
They don't pay no tax.
No. So what they do, they have this system it's a bit hard for me. I don't know if I remembered it completely, but so what they can do, they can claim courting, so they can claim a tax discount.
Oh yeah.
From like business expenses, but they can include in them business expenses. They can include losses they made overseas or in different countries. So basically what they do, they just and they can do it from like 10 years back or something. So if they made a loss in the UK like a few years back, they just say, well, we made this loss here, so we're gonna cut our tax here to make up for the loss.
To make up for the loss.
I think it works. It's very complicated.
I know what you mean.
But that's how I
mean, after low taxes, but that's dodgy shit.
But it's really weird. So they get like such big discounts. It's just they pay zero tax, €0 in tax. Well, they make like huge profits of like millions. Like I think. Yeah, well, it's insane how much. Yeah.
Make millions and millions in profit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that's the Dutch political system then down in one drink?
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, I guess so.
We're gonna say what else? I tell you what then. What actually got you into politics? I don't think we've only really asked this question. Might have asked it to Tim when he first came on the first case. What actually got you into it? What got you interested?
So I think I've always been interested in history.
Yeah.
And I think history and politics are connected quite closely.
Oh,
like,
hell yeah. I mean, most of our course is just history.
No, yeah. It's mostly political history and then a bit more like theories, but like, well, political ideas and politics has always played a role in modern history as in like written history.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So it's kind of that historical aspect.
Well, not necessarily. Like I signed up to do both. Well, not to do both, but I applied for history at Sheffield and Leeds, and then politics as well.
Yeah.
But I decided to do politics because it's a bit more useful, as in and a bit less boring.
Yeah,
because you have more, like, you can write about your own opinion. Well, with history, you
can debate kind of more in politics. We can agree, right? Someone did this, and then we can go, yeah, well, that was right, or we can go, yeah, that was wrong. You can kind of debate a bit more. I mean, the amount of hours we spent in the pub just chatting shit, just chatting absolute shit.
No, definitely. But also the aspect of, like, I guess I grew up quite, really privileged.
Yeah,
like,
kind of like middle class there? High middle class?
High middle class,
Ooh, rich boy. Ooh, hey. Ladies. No, he's got a girlfriend, so.
No, well, but realising that a lot of other people aren't in the same situation as I am.
Aren't in the same boat kind of thing.
Yeah. And I want to get in a position in which I can help other people, I guess.
Would you run for a party then?
Maybe not for. I don't know if I would run for a party.
Would you run as an independent on your own?
Because I don't know if running in a political party is the best way to
actually do
directly help people.
Yeah. Do you have like mayors and like councils that are probably more influential in like local areas type?
Well, I think like, for example, Sheffield Council, City Council is directly, especially here, city councils are way more directly involved.
Oh yeah, they have a lot more influential. Yeah.
And way more influential and way more like directly connected to the development and the living situations of the people, and it's not disconnected. So I don't know, if I would run for a party, it would probably be on local level, because you are more connected to the people. And
hell of a lot more local.
And you could actually do something for them people. Whereas
you kind of went
on a nationwide level, you point in the direction.
More of a party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not really.
It's not locally
Yeah.
influential. How many years then do your prime ministers and stuff?
So we have every 4 years we have an election, or if there's a lot of confidence in the prime minister or the cabinet.
Yeah. Do you
So
have no like fixed term parliament? Bollocks?
Well, yeah, no, it's 4 years.
Oh, is it a different
So
way?
you have it's a definite 4 years.
Yeah.
But if like the prime minister lies about something, or there's like a
Yeah.
huge scandal or something, they can
If he does
call.
some Bill
they
Clinton
can,
type
yeah,
shit.
they can just they can open up a motion that says, well, we have lost confidence in this
Yeah, vote
parliament,
no
in
confidence
this
type,
coalition, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we always will have coalition governments, because no party will earn 50% of the votes.
Okay.
So we will always have like a coalition government,
Yeah.
which is formed by like the winning party. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
form, and then you have the opposition. That's quite similar to here, but it's
Yeah, the last coalition we had with the Lib Dems and the Conservatives in 2010. Yeah, but obviously, I guess with all the different parties, there's so many kind of parties.
no, yeah. So now it's a coalition between the PVV, the VVD, so the Liberal Right Party, the
Yeah,
Democrat 66, I think.
or the 66.
Then CDA, Christian Democratic Appeal, and the Christian Union.
Oh, yeah.
think
Okay,
that's
that's a
the
coalition, isn't it?
Well, the Christian Union is only like 2 or 3 seats, but it's just to get.
Yeah, they need
over
them to get the,
maximum, yeah.
like, the majority. Yeah. What is like the majority?
There is 150 seats, so they need 76 seats, I think.
76?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we've probably absolutely massacred Dutch politics here. I think we've ran through the entire thing. Have you got anything else that's buzzing around your head? Any recent topics? Anything going on there? You want to get out there? Or we can debate anything that you think. I mean, because we disagree on quite a bit. So
Yeah. Well, no. If you have anything you want to debate.
oh, let's think of recent happenings in the world. Oh, here we go. Right, China. We're going to do China. Right.
Okay.
So, right.
Wait. Before what do you think my stance on China is?
Your stance on China? Ooh, I would say...
Because it's definitely different than Billy's.
Yeah, this is the thing. So, we were I mean, obviously we listened to what the guys say after the podcast about, what we talked about. We said, you didn't debate him enough. And I must admit, I watched the podcast back and went, shit, I should have said a bit more debating-wise. But yeah, no, but Billy's a big fan of China, big fan. Obviously says there are problems, but he's a big fan. But I'm going to probably correct me now next time I see him. But I would say your kind of stance is obviously anti-authoritarianism, I would hope.
Mhm.
But the kind of communist kind of things.
Well, the thing
maybe?
I don't think China's communist. That's
You
the
don't
thing.
think it's communist? Why don't you think China's communist?
I think they're a capitalist dictatorship.
A capitalist dictatorship.
Well, not necessarily from capitalists, but they are.
Yeah.
They aren't communist, and they basically embraced capitalism at this point.
I would say for me it's more like they're economically capitalist, but their political system is definitely communist. One party rule.
Well,
type shit.
it's authoritarian.
Oh yeah.
It's not necessarily linked to communism, but
But what communist regimes aren't authoritarian though?
Sure.
What communist regimes aren't authoritarian?
well, there's if you the CTFIA in the Spanish Civil War wasn't a dictatorship, but I mean I get what you mean.
Soviet Union.
Yeah,
kind
but
of.
I don't believe in the authoritarian system.
I mean, I hope not many people do. There's probably
No,
a
no,
couple
no.
out there.
Oh, there's a lot of tankies out there.
Oh yeah.
But no, I think the one party rule. I mean, it has the advantages of getting things done quickly. That's undeniable. Like they were able to handle efficiently,
Different
quickly to like the coronavirus, for
Yeah.
example. Not that they handled it particularly well.
I guess the disadvantage is they can get obviously a hospital built, but that's the advantage of having 1 billion slave labourers and no human rights.
Yeah.
But and it's also kind of with an authoritarian regime obsessed with their image. When one of their scientists is bleating on about, look, there's this virus, it's going to infect a lot of people, we need to do something.
Well,
they silence him and then he dies with a fucking virus.
Yeah, no, it's the same with like the whole Uyghur.
Oh, the Uyghur
situation.
Muslims, yeah. That was another thing, I forgot
So,
it annoyed me so much, I should have brought it up. Yeah, but...
So they have what people say they're concentration camps, and I don't know.
Yeah, I think
from what I've seen, it looks
called,
like...
Yeah, I think they call them re-education camps, but
But it's really dodgy, like they invited journalists to come over and see them, and people looked happy, and they were singing songs, and...
You're going to do that when there's a gun to your head.
Satellite images, and you could see they deconstructed like guard posts and fences before they built them
and then put them back up afterwards.
There's stories of women getting injections, sterilizing them, and so the Muslim population will grow, and all things like that. It's really scary, in my opinion.
Would you say that obviously?
I don't know if it's all true, because it's.
I mean, there are reports, but they can't be validated.
But from what you see, even like the propaganda videos of look how it's just a re-education camp, like it looks.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be re-educating people because they are they look Muslim.
Yeah, exactly.
You shouldn't be doing that, and
I disagree with the Islamic religion, but I don't think you should be putting them in re-education camp. Just leave them alone. Just let them do what they want.
I mean, I get that they claim that they are responsible for like multiple terrorist attacks and but it's all.
I've kind of seen it the other way though, that the Chinese are poking it the other way and kind of it's like, weren't we talking about the other day with the war in Chechnya? Was it with you I was talking about, with the KGB bomb in the
I think I was there. And didn't they gas a whole theatre as well?
Yeah, there was a school, I think, that they gassed or they either bombed full of children just to kind of, to start stuff for a war in Chechnya.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
I mean, it's the same with Nazi Germany and Poland, they dressed up Nazis, they dressed up German soldiers in Polish uniforms and they made them attack the Nazis themselves.
And they give them they're attacking us,
to justify the attack. Well, obviously it didn't really work, and people just knew straight away what happened.
Yeah.
But it's like false justifications of where it happened everywhere, and
false flags. I mean, Operation Northwoods for the United States when they were doing the invasion of Cuba.
Yeah, but also the Chile, the coup in Chile and.
Yeah. Basically, all the coups in South America, due to the United States. And we're responsible for Iran. We'll take that one. But So would you say China's doing anything right then, or would you say anything? I don't know. Would you say they're doing anything right in your perspective?
It's a bit hard to say, because obviously they've, from internal politics, for internal Chinese politics, they've industrialized the country, they've modernized the country in a very, very short time. In a period that it took Western countries to do.
Hundreds of years to do,
And they did it in less than 50 years.
Yeah.
If it's good, don't know.
I guess from a human rights standpoint, no. Economic standpoint, yes. But
no, the problem with China is it's so huge, it's so diverse. The thing that they're doing well is that I guess they have a period of stability now. If you look at China throughout history, it's never been stable. I mean, maybe except for the Ming Empire. But it's always been. And they have brought stability to the region, but at what cost? Okay. That's a bit.
I mean, the book I'm reading now. For anyone, it's called Prisoners of Geography. For anyone who wants to read it, that book argues that China's international aims now come from being humiliated throughout history.
So there's like,
Oh no, yeah,
like us in the Opium War, then the Japanese invasion during the Second War.
Yeah, like the Boxers' Rebellion and all
Yeah,
the things
exactly,
like
yeah.
It's
It's
I
kind of
mean, I get that they want to. I mean, they deserve their place in the world, I think, but it's.
yeah. See, it's them making up for being humiliated through own history. It's kind of them.
Well, no, I get like the point of view, like they feel like now it's their turn to like
it's their.
be a major player in the world.
It's their time.
It's like just restore like the.
Yeah.
It has a very rich culture. It has a very rich history.
Yeah.
So I think. Well, I don't know how much they learn about it on there, but.
There's a few censorship things going on.
Probably like the Czech government and things like that.
Yeah,
But no, but I mean, the problem with what annoys me the most is that they still claim to be like communists because they.
I think they are
clearly,
politically. I think politically they would say they were communists.
I don't know because they don't do that much for workers' rights. The state.
That's actually a good point, to be fair.
They don't do much for
kind of
like
sweatshops,
gay. They don't do anything for gay rights. They don't do anything for trans rights. They don't do anything for.
Would you say that's a communist ideal though? Because I
because
can't think of any communist regime that really has.
Well, if you, that's.
This is the thing, like any communist regime, I can't think
the
of
problem
one.
is like, well, to be fair, Castro really changed his view on LGBTQ.
I mean, Che Guevara wasn't a big fan.
No, yeah, but they both changed their views later on. From what I know. But I think modern, more communist ideas definitely include trans rights and gay rights. Because the whole thing about communism is the acceptance of people who have been oppressed throughout history and
the kind
like
of workers
workers
kind of
and I would say like gay people and LGBTQ plus people have definitely been oppressed.
That's probably
and only like the last 20, 30, well since the 80s they've
kind
of been allowed to.
The Berlin Wall,
they kind of have been allowed to more openly express themselves.
Yeah, definitely.
But still not enough. Like people get still beat up for holding hands together if they're both men. And
exactly.
It's still.
It's a sad thing to say.
Yeah. No, and their rights need to be protected, in my opinion.
Oh, of course, to
yeah.
me, do what you want. Be who you want. I don't care.
No, yeah.
Libertarian, do the hell what you want. So you don't bother me. I'm not bothered. Do what the hell you want. So, would you say that anyone's doing communism right? Or is anyone that's got, well, not necessarily perfect, but is doing stuff in the right way that you want to say?
Bernie Sanders, in this last debate, talked about Cuba and he got attacked for that.
Yeah,
like,
he's talking about
so the
literacy rates?
Yeah, literacy rate, life expectancy. Like Cuba has one of the highest life expectancy healthcare systems and literacy rates and education rates.
What are they reading
in the Americans?
What
and like obviously I don't agree with the authoritarian part, but it's undeniable that they made a lot of progress in the country.
Again, but at what cost though? That's really the thing.
Well, but you say like, well, the indoctrination part. Yeah. Well, but you can argue the same happens in our schools and in American schools. In American schools, you have Navy recruiters and Army recruiters. Like,
I say they're indoctrinating, are they? Are they just trying to get?
Well, I'm sorry. If I'm a 12-year-old boy and I go to school and I see someone from the army trying to talk me into joining the army for my country, that's pretty scary, in my opinion.
Yeah. I guess at that young age. I guess at college age, kind of 17, 18.
Yeah, but if you get put on like automatic mail and message lists and because you can't deny like the American.
I guess that coercion's kind of different though. It's kind of, you can join it, but I guess it's like, not join it or die.
Yeah, but you don't. You learn about like you see wherever you go, wherever you're in each country, you learn history and ideology through the eyes of the government. wherever
Oh
you
yeah,
go.
yeah. That's kind of, like I said, that was what we were talking about with colonial.
Yeah. No, yeah. For example,
Yeah.
in America, you will learn about like the Trail of Tears and how it was, how America has been built on the ideas of America is every man is created equal, but the country is built on stealing people's land and murdering the indigenous people by bringing over slaves and not treating them the same as everyone else.
It still makes me wonder how they can write that in a document, claim all men are equal, and go ahead with slaves.
That's the thing. Like, and people still learn that to this day in school, and they still have to learn to sing the anthem every day. And things like that are just as scary as people in Cuba reading about the revolution.
Yeah.
I won't argue there's much of a difference there. I would argue there's not much of a difference.
I guess it's more of, yes, the literacy rates went up, but it's kind of the authoritarianism behind that kind of literacy rates, I guess. And again, I think...
No, well, but I would not defend North Korea, but North Korea, from an independent UN survey and not survey, research.
Yeah.
The North Korea almost has 100%. It has 100% research rate. Sorry.
Oh, literacy rate.
Yeah, literacy. Sorry, literacy rate.
I guess half the population's starving to death though.
But I don't actually think everyone is starving to that. But they don't have it.
A few. I mean, what was it? Millions died in the 90s, weren't it?
I don't think they have it very great now. I wouldn't defend North Korea.
Well, I say they've got their own. Is it Juche?
Yeah,
Juche. Socialism.
Yeah. Well, but it's also not social. It's just the government gets everything. The rest just do whatever. It's no.
Well, that's is that not what socialism and communism is though? It's the government taking control.
It's not though. It's the communism is the workers taking control over the means of production.
Yeah, but then that.
And the way there's differences in. Well, I don't believe in authoritarian system, and I think if you give a government control of the means of production, it will turn against the workers.
Yeah.
So I believe, like in more counter-communism and anarcho-syndicalism, which says you have smaller workers groups in control of
the big thing.
Yeah, so you have people who actually work with the means of production who actually. And are in control of it. So you don't get a government who says, well, you have to do this, but you have people in control who know what is the best for them, for their communities, and for the people around them. And they are in control with it, so they will, in what I believe, they will do what's best for their communities, for themselves, and for their sector, and not... try to get the highest profit, or get to.
What's wrong with profit though?
Well, you don't need profit.
We don't need profit. What do you mean?
What do you need? So if you work, so if you have a, well, give an example. Why do you need profit?
So you need profit to invest back in your business, right? To increase like your production, so you can hire more people. The business owner who's done all the, they've taken the risk. They've invested into that company. They deserve something back because they've hired those workers. They've gave them a job. They give them.
If the workers are in control, then there won't be someone who would be taking the risk, and you would have.
But someone's got to set up that company, though. Someone's got to sell.
But you can do that.
Jeff Bezos, he set up Amazon. Yes, he's filthy fucking rich. I wish I were him, but he set up Amazon.
Did you see this video about him, his wealth, and
is the one the
rice grain?
Yeah.
His new house.
Yeah, for anyone who hasn't seen, I think is it on TikTok?
No, I saw it on Instagram.
Oh yeah, it's out on Instagram.
But it was a TikTok, yeah.
Yeah, basically it shows like so this is like $100 million in like rice grains. It's like a couple of rice grains.
Well, no. Each rice grain was
$100,000.
each rice grain was 100k.
Yeah, it's like each rice grain is 100k, and it kind of goes up, and it says right, I haven't got enough rice. Now I'm going to get enough rice to do Jeff Bezos' kind of words.
Yeah, two massive like.
Yes, it's massive bags, and he gets the pile. Yeah, he's filthy fucking rich.
And then his new house is like just a handful.
Yeah, it's just a handful.
Well, this whole pile was like half a keyboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But to be fair to
but like how no one takes that much risk, or no one.
Yeah, but
works.
he did, and it paid off. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
He
but
did, and he's
It paid off because he stole the labour of.
He didn't steal.
No.
He hired. No, he hired them. He gave them a job. Those workers take the job voluntarily. They take the contract.
No, you don't. You don't
But
take
no,
a job. No, I'm sorry. You don't take a job voluntarily. Not in the system. You don't have a choice. You can't.
No, you can, no, you don't. No,
I
you
for
don't have to
obviously,
take a job.
What you do?
Yeah, you
It's
don't.
either take a job or starve.
I mean, you can go on benefits, right?
Oh.
Job seekers.
I mean, you can't in America.
Yeah, you get it for 30 days. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. You know, you got to get a job. That's just.
No, I agree. People, that's.
gotta work, you
I
gotta
don't
contribute.
believe that people can just live off benefits. If
Yeah.
obviously people who go through something or have a tough time,
That's what I mean. You
should be
you
able,
gotta
but
contribute.
people
Yeah.
who are just lazy, smoke weed all the time at home, shouldn't be able to claim benefits.
Yeah.
But I also believe we should help people, people who, and I believe in the fact if people have contributed to society and are unable to work afterwards or
Oh, yeah,
or
no, I get
different
that. Yeah,
circumstances, we need to take care of them as.
Oh, yeah,
as
like
society.
pensions. Yeah, I get pensions. If you've been contributing, you've been.
Well,
paying
but
tax
also
to-
if you have workplace accidents or even accidents outside the workplace,
accident.
which,
Oh, yeah. No.
But then the same with homeless people. We shouldn't be looking homeless people up or we shouldn't be confiscating homeless people's cars. We need to help them reintegrate into society. We need to help. The same with inmates and prisoners. We don't necessarily need to punish them, but we need to correct them and help them get back into society and learn from their mistakes.
I think the prison system on both sides, I think most people agree, doesn't work the way it's built.
Oh no, it's just people get punished. They only get more angry.
It leads to radicalisation. It's why you see, especially in our country at the moment, a lot of radicalisation rates inside prison. For me, it's just kind of. It's going to make me sound like I'm in favour of forced labour camps. I'm not. But it's kind of like, if you're put in prison, you have to work doing something. You have to be doing something.
No, I don't think.
No, but you get paid in credits. So it's like you work so many days or whatever, you get credits that you can then use inside prison. That you can get TV, you get extra hours doing leisure time. I don't know.
Do you think private prisons should exist then?
Private prisons. I don't know. Because I don't get where the profit motive is.
Slave labour. It's just and especially in America, they make half of all number plates. They make
yeah, but to me, you got to contribute back to society. You've been wrong. You've got to do something for society. To me, I'm not in favour of work camps, but
Yeah, but do you think it's just that you work your ass off because you don't have a choice because you're in prison and you have to do what
you commit the crime though. Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
have to do it. If you didn't commit the crime, you don't have to do that shit.
You don't know the motives behind the crime, and then it's.
Yeah, it's a crime.
If I'm sorry, if I commit a crime, then I have to go to prison for it. If it's if I shoplift, I have to go to. Don't know you don't go to.
Oh no!
But imagine if I stole someone's wallet or whatever, went to prison. Then I had to work.
Yeah, but you.
Well, I earned 50 cents. They earn 50 cents an hour. And if I work my ass off for 50 cents an hour.
Oh no! You get I say you get credits for prison.
Yeah, but even that, no, then you should build up an income you can use, minimum wage income you get after.
Yeah, you get minimum wage income, but to me you have to work, but you have to do those jobs.
Well, what I think works better if you help people, because people who commit crime obviously have problems. So, in my opinion, if you sort them problems out with the people.
Are you turning into a Blairite right now? Tough on crime, tough on the causes of crime.
No, not. I wouldn't say tough on. I would be tough on extreme crime, rape, murder, pedophilia. You can't have tolerance for that, but even there, you have to.
No, if you're a nonce.
Most of the, not on pedophilia, but murder cases, you have to look at them case by case.
No. There shouldn't be a broad. That's the main thing with criminal justice. It shouldn't be a broad thing. It should be each individual case. To me, that's the same with immigration. It should be done on an individual case by case basis.
Yeah.
Well, there's actually a new thing, right?
So this new point system that's coming in, that we're bringing in, it's kind of, you know, you got
Like a credit.
yeah, it's kind of like you got a job offer, you get like 20 points, you know, you speak basic English. You kinda
I
get
think
some-
that things are scary as fuck.
Is he scary?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's scary?
It's just the government has full control and can fully see who does what and have full control over you.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to know who's coming in and coming out though. I want to know who's exactly.
Oh, well,
coming in.
it like to claim, like you can't just come to a country claim benefits.
Oh yeah,
People
no,
who come to
yeah.
a country, I would argue.
Oh,
obviously,
yeah, no.
obviously, there's always
exceptions.
There's always bad apples. There's always
Yeah.
like I'm not saying every immigrant is 100% good and we should accept every single immigrant.
Yeah, no, you say.
But most people, like 99% of the people, come to
Yeah.
work, come to better their own
Oh, yeah.
lives.
I mean, there is actually, I think there's a study done that's saying the EU migrants actually pay $2,000 more in taxes. I think. I
Yeah.
mean, you better fuck till more than we do. All the shit, don't you have to pay like double type of...
Well, my Dutch insurance is ending, I think, so I need to sort it out. Well, no, I don't think but I just pay like the same council tax and I think NHS tax is included in council tax.
Oh, yeah, I think it
I
is,
think
yeah.
so. So
Yeah, I
if you
think
pay
most
council
of it,
tax, you pay for your NHS. But
Yeah.
I also have like my Dutch health insurance,
Yeah.
so I still pay for that.
Oh, okay.
But I think that one is ending, so
yeah.
that's gonna change.
Would you be no to a point system then?
I don't see the use in it. Like,
For me, it's just, you know, if you've got a job offer, yeah, come on in. If
Well, no,
you've got a
yeah,
business idea.
I mean, I don't think you should be able to claim benefits if you don't
I think that's
go
probably
to job
what it's a
interviews,
guard against. Like a guard against abuse of the system.
Yeah, but
That's what I mean. I don't care where you come from. If you've got a job, you pay taxes, great. Or you're a student, you know. You're contributing to our society, great. You know,
pay
not really bother.
9K tuition fee.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Why is it so expensive? Do you think it's a profit-based system?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
in the Netherlands
market
it's 2K.
system. I think it's market system, isn't it?
Yeah, but so in the Netherlands it's 2K and it's not.
2K.
Yeah, it's not profit-based.
I wonder what. Do you know? I don't know. I guess it's kind of the thing though.
Well,
Is,
to
you know,
know.
if you want to go to university, you have to pay for it. I guess. You know.
Well, you still have to
Oh,
pay
I see.
for it there, but because it's not a profit-based system, but mainly that's what I mean. You don't need profits for every section.
Maybe high salaries for the lecturers who are on strike at the moment. For anybody.
Well,
listening.
if they're on strike, then
Yeah.
they.
Oh yeah, I know they're not getting
enough,
paid.
you know.
What I'm saying, you know, they're on strike now, but yeah, they're striking over pay, working conditions, and pension. I mean, they're on a pretty decent pay. They're on like 30-40 grand, like minimum lecturers, going up from that. Well, I can get like workloads. I mean, they were telling us stuff about, you know,
Yeah.
some of the admin staff have been
Well-
cut back, so that's been popular. I get that. But,
I can see. So my mum is a primary school teacher,
yeah,
and well, next to the day she's in, she's like 1 to 2 days busy with just preparing lessons,
yeah,
checking things, and it's for a primary school.
yeah.
So it's
It's heavy
much,
workload.
yeah, it's much more work than
Yeah.
people. It's not like the same as I think it's comparable to like students. Like you come in to school,
Yeah,
especially in primary and secondary school. I don't know, how
yeah.
but you
got
come
all
in.
the homework. And you got the work
are
there,
in
and then you
like
got the
9
work.
to 5. Like,
Yeah.
So they basically have a 9 to 5 job, and then have to prepare lessons. They have to.
Yeah, they have to all that stuff out.
They have
don't
to.
Yeah.
Like check.
Yeah, like mark.
You mark and grade
yeah.
works. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And next to that, they have to deal with like individual cases of students who need extra help,
Yeah,
who,
that's true.
who need help with ailments or
Yeah.
ADHD or
No.
dyslexia or whatever. Like,
Commend teachers for all the
Yeah.
stuff they do. Yeah, you know. They're,
so I get the workload argument. Like I definitely get why.
yeah, I can understand that. Yeah.
I don't know how it is on uni and especially if you have like part-time, if it's more part-time,
Yeah,
Then
part-time
I-
lecturers. Yeah.
but still it's way more work than people think it is.
Yeah, I think people just think, oh yeah, they go there, they teach, and they go home. Not necessarily.
Well, no, and if you have to read like 40 essays, which are all 15
exactly.
words, and then give them feedback, like it
Yeah, you have to
takes
give them
time.
you have to check all the sources, check for spelling errors, check all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I know. But now, well, we got next week off. Well, basically apart from Friday.
Again.
Yeah, again. This last week it was Monday to Wednesday. This week it's Monday to Thursday.
And we're off Thursdays. And then
Yeah, we're off Thursdays and then Friday. Yeah, and then the week after that is full week.
Jeez, I'm so bored already.
I mean,
We
yeah.
need to do more stuff, boys.
We need to go out more. I mean, we're going out tonight anyway. I mean, it's being filmed on a Saturday. Well, yeah, we are going out. I think, we've done politics.
Yeah.
We've done Dutch politics, we've done comedy, and we've had a bit of debate in there as well. So I think, right, all we've got left, right, is a quiz, and you can get a free beer out of my box out of it that you can take back. I tell you what.
Did you insult beer?
Yeah, beer 52. I slagged off, the one, and then the day after I got it. Yeah. I tell you what. I mean, with it only being you, I say, right, it's out of 10 questions. If you can get, I tell you what, I'll find a Dutch quiz on my phone, right, or a quiz about Holland, right?
Cool.
If you have to get at least half for you to get a free beer.
Alright,
It's half, yeah?
It's gonna be embarrassing now. Alright,
Get nothing wrong. Get nothing wrong. Right, okay then. Right, guys. We'll see you in the quiz. Right, guys. We're back in the quiz. So, 10 questions. If Marnick can get roughly about half, he gets a free beer. With you being from Holland, you've got to get him right. I mean, to be honest, me and Gav took a pretty shit quiz. Failed it. But,
Didn't I take one in the library then?
Yeah.
I got like 40% right or something. But it was all like about the English monarch, so I
Yeah, no idea. Right, hopping into it then. Question 1. Obviously, for everyone at home, put your answers down in the comments if you can even answer them. Right, the city of Eindhoven is the birthplace of which famous electric company?
Philips.
So yeah, it is. There we go. 1 point. You're there already. Easy one to start off with.
Football club as well, PSV.
Oh yeah, PSV Eindhoven. Yeah.
Is Philips sportvereniging.
They sponsor it?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, Philips. The name is Philips PSV Philips sportvereniging. So.
Yeah, the more you know, you see. The more you know. Yeah. Right, number 2. Oh, fuck, I don't even know if you're going to know this. Right, okay. Which Dutch athlete is best known for winning 4 gold medals at the 1948 London Summer Olympics?
1948?
Yeah.
No clue.
Fanny Blankers Cohen? I don't know. Here we go. I tell you what, that's 2. Well, you got 1 out of 2. I'll pick some decent ones that you might actually be able to know. Oh, what was the currency in the Netherlands before being replaced by the euro?
Gulden or Gulder. I think it's Gulder in English, yeah?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Yeah, the Dutch Guild. Yeah. Right, that's 3 questions down. You're on 2. Right, okay. Which city, obviously the city in Holland, has the largest port in Europe?
Rotterdam?
Yeah, it's Rotterdam. Yeah. That's 3. So you're 3 for 4. Right, okay, you're doing alright so far. Oh, here we go. Right. Name the 3rd largest city in the Netherlands. Back in the Netherlands. The 3rd largest city.
I don't actually know that. So Amsterdam is the largest, then Rotterdam. Is it The Hague?
Yeah, it is.
That was a pure
Yeah,
guess.
Amsterdam, Rotterdam are 1st and 2nd. Yeah. So that's 5 and 4 for 5. Right, you're 4 for 5. Right, okay, next question. Right, let's think of a good one. You might know this, maybe, I don't know. Which Dutch scientist discovered the moon of Saturn called Titan around and invented the pendulum clock?
I know who invented the microscope, but I'm just gonna say Van Leeuwenhoek, but I don't. Oh no, is it Galilei, or is he not there? I don't know.
Go on.
Is it Galileo?
Christian
Huygens.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
yeah.
I knew that. I actually know.
So what are that? Are you 5 for
No, that
Is
is
that
counts. That is
yeah,
count.
6 questions, 4 correct. I mean, you've got 10, so you only need one more to
Yeah.
get a beer. So you're alright. Right, okay. Oh, here we go. Right. Which museum holds the largest and most important collection of classic Dutch art?
Rijksmuseum.
What are you saying?
Rijksmuseum.
Yeah, Rijksmuseum with
Yeah.
with Rembrandt's in it. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
De Nachtwacht.
yeah, all that kind of stuff.
There.
Yeah, famous art question there. So
I
what's
think
that? You are 5 for 7. So you've got the beer, but let's see how many you can get out of the left. So you've got 3 questions left. Right. Okay. Oh, here we go. What name is given to the megalopis in the central western Netherlands, consisting of primarily the 4 largest Dutch cities? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
De Randstad.
Let's have a look.
I don't know, but for
Yeah, Randstad. No, I said yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. So you're 6 for 8. Only 2 wrong. 2 questions left. If you were against Luke, you'd be smashing it. Sorry, Luke. Anyway. Right.
I mean, Luke would have a bit of handicap then.
Yeah, we won't do this. Yeah. Right. 18. What is the name of the country's main international airport?
Well, Schiphol, that's...
Yeah.
Schiphol Airport.
Yeah, the Schiphol Amsterdam airport. Right. Okay. So what? You're 7 for 9. Right. Last question. I'm gonna pick a hard one.
Yeah,
out of
that's
these questions, right? Okay. Which Dutch city is known for its university, established in 1575, and also the place where many of the pilgrims lived before setting off on the Mayflower?
Is it Leiden?
It is. There you go. 8 for 10.
Yeah.
Absolutely smashed that. So you get free beer out of the thing.
Thank you.
So there you go. You can take that home, or you could bring it back tonight if you want.
Yeah, probably
So,
will do that.
do you want me to keep it in the fridge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it. Yeah, we'll use it. I'll keep it in the fridge. No, but thank you very much for coming
Yeah.
on. It's been.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, we're international now, and that's just
Yeah.
hat trick for left to win guests.
Oh, yeah,
Jan, Billy,
that's right.
and you done a hat trick. Next one may get a right winger on, but we'll see. We'll see how we do for the next one. But no, it's been a joy, and we've gone international. So there you go. Not just English, we're back on the tongue. There you go. But no, thanks very much for watching, guys. Like, subscribe. See you next time.
Thank you.